So another question I got: we just had two All-Star games, local All-Star games, the Palm Beach versus Treasure Coast, and then I forgot the other one name. Maybe I'm thinking of it wrong or not thinking it right. Is there still the same benefit is playing those games now than maybe what it was before? Because I feel like it's you know what I mean.
You want to be, I like to be real with the kids and real with coaches that like to that need the knowledge. But the All-Star, when you take a traditional concept and you try to modernize it, it don't work. I don't care what you do in life. If you just take a traditional situation and you try to modernize it, it's tough. You know what I mean? It's tough to adjust to that. And I think the old school All-Star games formats are tough. And I'm gonna tell you why. When we came up, you had the real, I don't want to say real and fake, but you had the real Florida and Georgia game, right? The elite top players in the state of Florida played in that game, right? But you got to also understand, and elite Georgia players played in that game. But you got to also understand that it wasn't a signing day until February. And also, a lot of guys didn't have offers at that time, right? You were winning those games to get one, right? And so you had something to play for when you go to those games, right? You had the whole state of Florida playing, the best players in the state of Florida playing as the best players in the state of Georgia. And some guys went in there to try to get opportunities and get them a scholarship offer. Then you had the old Army and Navy, the Army Bowl, right? You had that game. But also Sunday was in February. So the game was like, in December, maybe January,
something like that,
early January, something like that. And the Under Armour was very similar.
Yep.
Now, the players are leaving like the end of December. Some guys are playing bowl practicing.
Right.
So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Some
right.
guys are bowl practicing. So you're not getting the elite players to play in the All-Star games because a lot of these guys are signing in December. You know what I mean? So it don't have the same effect. That's one. And I think, two, you got to look at college football. College football, guys not even playing in bowl. Bowl games was huge. You know, when we play against we had a bowl game, we all play. It wasn't no thinking about sending out no bowl game, no crazy stuff like that. You played in the game.
Right.
And now I just think even with that whole little movement, now you got guys that want to play in the All-Star games and stuff like that. I think they got to flip that thought and be able to like just kind of create something new. So now you may say, okay, let me take the top juniors, right? Mm-hmm. And the top juniors play in the All-Star game. So after their junior year, come January, the state got to allow it because they tried to do it, but the state got to allow it. But the top juniors has to play in the actual All-Star game. I want to say that they tried that with like recently. They just tried that with the All-Star game, and I think they got pushback. I think some teams had to self-report, right? Because of that. Mm-hmm. So I just think they got to like revamp that whole All-Star thought and probably have the All-Star game for the top juniors in January. You'll get more buy-in. You'll get more players playing in it, and then also that will also help that particular player get an offer from a school because now I'm playing against an elite talent. Mm-hmm. And now I may have about 2 or 3 offers, but now you see playing against elite talent, that may increase me. But start with the top juniors. I think trying to do the seniors at the end of the season, when these guys are transitioning to their colleges and stuff like that, I think we just got to revamp that situation.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a great idea. I mean, I know they try to do like the junior 50 or whatever. Where basically they just
right?
What they did it a couple years ago.
Oh,
like they would send the juniors up there, but they would just be doing the combine.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they would just be doing the combine.
Yeah.
But yeah, now have the juniors play an All-Star game, and then not only that is making it where college coaches can come.
There you go.
To the All-Star game or to the practices at least. You know what I'm saying? Because I think
and it holds some value. It holds some value to the athlete because if I already done got my senior tape is out. I'm dealing with transfer portal, whatever I'm dealing with, or I may be already signed, whatever it may be. What is the incentive of me playing this game? You see what I'm saying? So I just think as a junior, you have more incentive to play in the game because now, if I go in this game and I snap in January, I'm finna move up. Now I may be a 3-star. I'm finna move up to 4 and 5 because that's what I'm playing against in this All-Star game. You see what I'm saying? So I just think it's more beneficial that way. But I don't see the whole. How's it beneficial to the senior?
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, the college coaches can't come to practices right now.
No.
So I mean, that hurts. I know when I was in high school, they could come to practice because we had like an All-Star game in Orlando, that my boy was playing in, but the school, that's how he ended up going to Iowa State.
Right.
He was like a late
bloomer.
I mean, right before he was balling and everything like that, but just that offer came like I'm talking about like the day before signing day. You know what I'm saying? And he went to Iowa State, but now they can't.
Which is way different now because now it's so much exposure the kids get. So it's kind of really hard for a school to miss.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know kids all the time like, oh, they're sleeping on me. It's really hard for a school to sleep on you with the technology. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's very hard. It's not like back then when you didn't have the VHS had to get sent down. They may be on a stack of a bunch of other ones, and coach got the tape and put it in, that kind of stuff. But now it's very hard for a team to be to sleep on the athlete. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with social media, and I can send the huddle, I can just open my phone and click the huddle and see the tape and everything like that. I mean, it's true. I mean, it hasn't been a whole lot of kids. I mean, there's been some obviously, but it hasn't been a whole lot of kids I've seen that didn't get a big time offer, went to a small school and snapped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously there's some, but I mean, even think about it's in Palm Beach County. I mean, it's either the guys that went to D1, they balled out. I mean, there were, one or two, Pierre Garçon or something like that went to D3, but there ain't been a whole bunch of them that was like, they ain't get a little good look.
It's a miss, yeah.
Went somewhere and then they snapped somewhere else. You know what I mean?
And it's hard for you to miss also, in major cities. I mean, if you go to like, you got to play out in Markley, something like that, or Sewanee, something like that. You know what I mean? It was kind of like that, but it's hard to miss. Broad Day, Palm Beach. You know what I'm saying? That because you're just in a major city, and when it comes to like you're not so far out from the airport. That a school may not ride all the way out west. You know what I'm saying? To go see a kid or something like that. So I just think it's very hard, like in the modern time, to miss on the player because of technology. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard.
Yeah, I mean, even with like I say, in those All-Star games, I mean, the ones that, for the seniors now. It's not even a whole lot of fanfare about it either. Like, you don't really like. I hate to say this on camera, but I didn't even know we had somebody playing in the Treasure Coast in Palm Beach.
The promotion, man.
The promotion,
you know what I'm saying? The promotion, and that's again, man. You gotta revamp the whole thing. You gotta. You need a marketing situation. You need a marketing piece. You know what I'm saying? You need people. You need eyes. You need viewers. You know what I'm saying? You need college coaches. You need all those kind of things to promote and to push the All-Star game. And then I think also got to revamp it. I think you got to start taking the top juniors, get the state to give you the okay, but start taking the top juniors, and then you take the top juniors playing that game in January. Like you said, you got Division I schools coming out to watch now. These guys are juniors. Let them play in the game. I'm not saying get rid of the whole thing. I'm saying just move it all the way up to a year earlier for those juniors and not have the seniors play in it. You see what I'm saying? So I was just thinking like that. I think you get more involvement. Like you would knew that if we get some juniors to play in that game,
right? Yeah.
Like everybody in the county to be there. I mean, it'll be packed. You know what I mean? Because you want to see that game. You want to see the top juniors play in that game and see who had the better kids coming back to for their senior year.